Year, guys. Happy 2025. It's been a while since I've come on and chatted to you, and I felt inspired today. So I thought 1st of Jan, what better way to kick off the new year than chatting to you guys. This morning, actually, we had some friends message us a couple of days ago and said, saying who wants to do a New Year's Day pier jump. I live near the beach, and we've got this nice long pier. And we're thinking, yeah, right, we haven't done a pier jump this summer. I haven't caught up with these friends in ages. So yes, let's do it. It is a really invigorating way to start the year. And it is summer here. So the idea of jumping off the pier is usually pretty appealing. However, we got down there and it was a little bit sunny, but it was cold, windy cold sort of vibe. But we went down to the end of the pier. Anyway, we're walking down and we got to the spot where me and Kylie would usually jump off. And I was like, oh, is this where you guys also jump? And they looked at us and they're like, no. And they pointed down to the section. So you know how sometimes you've got a pier, which this one's probably, from the top of the water to where you jump, maybe 3 meters maybe. And then there's like a lower section, where boats would pull in. So that one's like not even a meter off the ground. Anyway, they're like, no, we're jumping from down there. And me and Kylie like, no, this is where you do a pier jump from. Anyway, we started with them. We jumped into the pier, jumped into the water off the lower pier. And then one of the girls had a sore arm, so she wasn't able to try the big jump. But the other woman, she came up with us. And even though she was nervous, she pushed herself and she did the jump, and she was so happy with herself, and I felt so proud of her because jumping off that pier, like it took me longer to work up the courage to do it. And she just got up there. You could see that she was nervous, but she jumped in anyway. She did it. And it was a thrill. Like, it's a thrill to do it. It was a thrill to watch her accomplish something new. And I just said to her, what an amazing way to start the year. Like, it's the first day, you've jumped in and you've tackled something a little bit scary, something that made you nervous, something that you didn't even, anticipate they were going to do. And I just thought, what an awesome way to set up the year. So I always feel good at the start of the year. The end of a year, I start to feel funky. And I mentioned this a little bit on my Instagram page. I don't know what it is. I think it was the time of year where there's lots of family celebrations and I don't have a lot of family close by, and my son spends Christmas with his dad, and I just feel a bit, But come January 1st, I'm ready to go. I think I really love that energy of ramping up and off we go. The winding down, things ending, I find that sort of real sentimental and sad. And I think about family members that are gone, and it just makes me feel not nice. I don't like it. I'm definitely new energy, new year kind of vibes. So I'm not really into resolutions. I don't know if you guys are into resolutions, but I just feel like it's not the right kind of energy for new year. To me, a resolution feels like I'm going to do something different. I'm going to improve on something that I've been doing badly or poorly the year before, and going into the next year, I'm going to resolve myself to do better. And often that fails, let's be honest. So many of us, particularly so many of us ladies, we often set ourselves the goal of new year, new you. We've all seen the advertising. Let's exercise more. Let's lose weight, lose those kilos, blah, blah, blah. And not to say that we shouldn't do that if that's sort of how we're feeling and what we want to do, but it doesn't have to be at the start of the year. We can do that at any moment. And sometimes doing it at the start of the year is a lot of pressure because day one, you might be feeling, really strong and powerful and motivated and you can do it. But then something happens a couple of days in, someone invites you for lunch, you have a few things, then it sets you off and you're off the wagon, and then you just feel like a failure. So I'm not about that. So let's not make resolutions. I think we just make goals. Just make goals. And my goal this year, I spoke to my partner, was to clean out the garage, because our garage was just a mess of just crap. When she moved in, she bought her crap, mixed it with my crap, and now there's just a whole lot of crap in the garage. And it's overwhelming to go in there. It's very unpleasant. It's not waterproof in certain spots, so some things have gone just moldy and just gross. It's just altogether gross. So that was our our goal. See, that's our goal for 2025, to clean the garage and the driveway area, because we have 2 driveways, and make it nice. Anyway, we're sitting around today, we've done our pier jump, we're on the couch, starting to feel a bit like, it's a snoozy afternoon. Let's just go and do it. Let's just start. let's just start now. So we've just spent the last, I don't know, few hours starting cleaning the garage. Now, initially, it's looking worse because we've pulled a whole bunch of stuff out that's now on the driveway, and now we kind of look like a hoarder's house. But it's a start. We've made a start already, and it feels so good to have started my goal for 2025 on the first day. Amazing. And we're going to have that done in a couple of weeks. And I've said this before, so many times you put off stuff that you think is going to take you ages. You procrastinate and should I do it? Oh, I can't be bothered. It's going to be too hard. And your brain makes it feel like it's like this huge overwhelming task. But then when you actually just do it, it's oftentimes so much easier and quicker than you thought it would be. So we're going to have that smashed out, I'm going to say before the end of January. It gives me 11 more months of the year to set other goals, which is awesome. And while I was looking through the garage, this is the fun thing when you clean up, because cleaning your space makes you feel so much better mentally. I came across, oh my God, the zip just broke. No. I came across, this is my old bag that I would take to dancing as a kid. And I wanted to open it with you and see what's inside, because it's been years, like literally years, since I've seen it. Here we go. It's pretty dusty. Dusty and gross. But how fun is it looking through old stuff? All right, old ballet shoes. These are my old ballet shoes. Ballet was never my favorite dance to do. Never. I used to find ballet, like you have to wear those pink tights and they were itchy, and in summer I'd be like, oh, I don't want to wear them. So I never loved ballet, but it's good for technique. This is what I loved. I loved tapping. Tapping was my favorite. I was sort of one of the better tappers in my age group, and I love tap. All right, I think we're going to need to do a tap remix, maybe even a tap class. I'm an okay tapper. I feel like I can still do it. I haven't done it for years, but I feel like it's one of those things you don't forget. And this floor is actually pretty good for tapping. I don't feel like it's going to scratch it too much, and it sounds great. All right, there we go. Here we go. We've got another goal, guys. Another one's just popped up. In 2025, I'm going to do a tap dance, either a remix or just my own choreography. That's going to happen in 2025. All right, here we go. Oh my God, point shoes. I don't think these would fit me anymore. They look small. All right, I did point for a hot minute, and I mean a hot minute. The first dance school that I went to, point was never an option. I think I was too young anyway. Then I went to the second dance school and she let me do point, and I was heavy. Like I was a heavy kid. I think, in high school, I got up to like 90 kilos, which in pounds, what is it, like twice? So we're talking like 180 pounds maybe. So, for a high school kid, that's fairly heavy, and that's heavy for point. You're literally up, you're up on your toes. And that's a lot of weight on your toes. So while it was a novelty to get to do it, I wasn't very graceful. I wasn't very graceful on them, let's just say that. All right, what else have we got in here? All right, we've got jazz shoes. Now, back in the day, these were the type of jazz shoes that everyone was wearing. It's like little soft, real bendy, so you can point your toe. I don't know if they're still in fashion anymore, probably not. And these were like character shoes, I feel like they were called. This sort of heel type shoe where you would do like national dances, like character dances, or maybe some sort of jazz dances, that kind of vibe. So, wow, this is a spin out. And an old tape with my name on it. Neoclassical, maybe neoclassical dance. And the old razzmatazz stockings. All right, who remembers razzmatazz? Are they even still a thing? I don't even know. I haven't bought pantyhose in the longest time. But when you're a dancer and you're doing competitions and stuff, it's it's pantyhose, it's those mesh tights, you know, with the little like cross kind of vibe in them. It's pink tights. It's all about the tights. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, I just thought I'd take you guys through that little step back in history. But look, I really encourage you guys to set yourself some goals, you know, like particularly when it comes to moving. And this is not just something to, you know, for the start of the year. This is an all-round thing. But I feel like the start of the year, the energy, it's newness, it's new vibes. And I know a lot of you are probably in winter. So I get that this probably doesn't feel like the time of year maybe for setting these type of goals. Maybe it's more of a summer thing where you feel, you know, it's summer, you want to feel and look your best. It's beautiful to be outside, so why not move more? But the great thing about dancing is that a lot of it, I mean, most of the time I'm dancing inside. I don't dance outside all that often. So you can still do that, even if it's winter. What a great way to warm up. And winter is the perfect time also to get cracking with, you know, exercise and that sort of thing, because come summer, you'll be feeling great. Dancing, I mean, I love it. Obviously I love it. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep dancing, you know, most days if I can. And I want to try and think of, you know, new ways to get you guys inspired to dance with me. You know, if you're not doing my tutorials yet, why not? But maybe, you know, I was thinking maybe I could do some more dance like workouts, like more, I suppose, similar to like what the Fitness Marshal does, where we do full songs and we do simple moves that we would sort of repeat in like counts of 8, 16, 32, that kind of thing. I don't know about live classes, anything like that. I haven't done a live yet on Instagram or on YouTube. It makes me very nervous, but there we go. There's another goal. 2025, I'm going to do a live. Whew. Yeah, that makes me nervous, which means I should do it. I should absolutely do it. If it makes you feel a bit nervous, a little bit anxious, and it feels like a challenge, then I think it's something worth doing for sure. So I will do a live here on YouTube. I'm open to ideas. Like, do I just sit and chat? Do we learn a dance together on the live? Do we just learn a couple of moves? I don't know. If you've got any suggestions, feel free to put them down below in the comments. Thank you guys for being here up to this point. You know, I really didn't kick off this channel in a big way until July last year now, 2024. And it's really grown really quickly. Like, we sort of got to 50,000 quite fast, and now it has slowed down. I don't know if that's just the time of year, but I know with social media that, you know, you're up, you're down, you're up, you're down. Sometimes you're hot, sometimes you're not, whatever. I think if you've got a passion for something, then those ups and downs, they don't tend to matter. I think sometimes you just got to put it in the hands of the YouTube algorithm and hope for the best, and hope that over time it comes back up again. I love dancing. So even on those days where I feel a bit disappointed, I'm like, oh, I'm not reaching the people, you know, it's not having the impact that I want. I just think, well, it's still fun for me. I still have a ball. I still want to come up here and dance, and I want to share with you guys, because even for the 1 or 2 people that might say it's making a difference in their day, that is amazing. Like, that brings me so much joy. And I don't know where it's going to go. And that's kind of the fun of it. Like, I think it's exciting not knowing exactly. Anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you watched this far, I know I babbled for a while, so I appreciate you listening. And I wish you all the best for 2025. If you have any dancing requests or anything that you want me to do, please leave me a comment, let me know, and I shall try to do it. All right. Thanks, guys.